Yeah, Sugar Sean O'Malley. He is an up-and-coming prospect in the UFC, like one of the most promising fighters, and he just had a bad bout. He stumbled over his foot.
Oh,
some people think it may have been because of the leg kick an opponent threw, but he stumbled over his foot, and I bet he broke it or tweaked it, pulled a muscle or something, and he basically couldn't put any weight on it in the first round. And then he ended up getting TKO'd because he was, fighting on one leg, which is almost impossible in the UFC. But it sucks. It sucks because I realize this about fighting, and I hate to say it, especially because of what happened to Sean and Daniel Cormier. If you're a fighter, you can make or break your legacy in one night, in one moment. In one moment, your entire legacy could be made or broken.
Okay,
I swear to God. I swear to God.
But
I'll
hear you out. But
let's forward to the championship fight: Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier.
Sure,
it's the trilogy.
Yeah.
If Daniel Cormier wins, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Okay.
If he doesn't win, he's the second best in two divisions. That's his legacy. If Stipe wins, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah.
He won. Stipe will be remembered for a very, very long time. Daniel Cormier will as well.
Of course.
But there's something to the actual victory itself that cannot be taken away.
Yeah, I could see that for DC and Stipe, but I mean, Sean's like early into his career. So how could the one loss on the road to maybe something greater determine his entire legacy? I don't know. I don't think you were saying that, but I agree with, Daniel Cormier. He's an amazing fighter. People are going to remember him as a freaking boss.
Yeah, isn't he like a legend in the space, regardless
Absolutely.
of what happened the other night?
Sure, he is, but he won't go down as a legend.
He held the title, though.
He won't go down as one of the most legendary fighters in heavyweight history. He just won't.
I thought he's like a household name. Like,
no, I mean, yes and no. Mm-hmm.
He's on the. Maybe we're getting too specific because he's also like a part of UFC and he's a commentator, right?
That's why I think I love Daniel Cormier because of who he is as a person, which is why my heart broke when he lost. He's just a likable, awesome, articulate guy who commentates for the UFC when he's not fighting in the UFC. He's awesome. He's a well-rounded. He's a wrestling coach, bro. He spends time with high schoolers, teaching them how to be the best wrestlers. Awesome. And seeing this dude just have his title stripped away from him by another man who was a Stipe Miocic, who's an incredible human being from Cleveland, Ohio. From Cleveland, Ohio. Like I played softball with Stipe, and we've spoken, and he is a firefighter, just a standout family guy.
Yep.
And in this particular night, one of them had to come out victorious, and it literally broke my heart because Daniel Cormier got his eye poked in like the fourth round and was blind in his eye for the remainder of the fight. Detached cornea, torn cornea, yeah. And so it made me once again realize the significance of what it means to be a professional fighter. It is one of the craziest careers in the entire world. I think fighters are highly underpaid.
Yeah.
I think the UFC is sort of feeling some of the repercussions and consequences of that as their fighters are getting a little angsty. John Jones is out. He's no longer fighting in the UFC.
Really?
Yep.
Where's he going?
That's breaking. I don't know, but it's who knows why. Maybe it's because he's not getting paid enough. But if you look at the net worth of the top boxer on the planet, it is much higher than the net worth of the top MMA fighter on the planet. And that's Conor, and he's even an outlier. Who's second best? They're not even fucking close to Conor. Not even close.
Guess it'd be Masvidal,
maybe going back to the legacy thing, maybe the fight game isn't his entire legacy. Maybe his fight legacy's diminished.
Sure, I'm not even talking about Sean O'Malley, just Sean, because he's a great fighter, like he really is, and I'm sure he's going to make a sick comeback, and if that's even what he wants to do. But it literally is the most dangerous game.
That's a chance you take. You step into that ring, you got to lay it all on the line. You win, you lose, you lose. Whatever. What are you going to do? You do your best, right? You hope to come out on top. But like, all right, let's go super hypothetical. You enter the UFC. You're a boss now. You picked up all the skills you needed. You got elbows sharp as blades.
Sure. Unlikely, but
you got crazy takedowns, all this stuff. Yeah. And you're consistently one of the best. But you lose every single fight. You could beat Conor McGregor, okay? Right? You could beat everyone, but you lose every single time. And you're just like technically one of the best, but you lose every time.
Yeah.
how does that affect your personal legacy? Like you tried, you did all this stuff, but you just got bested every time.
Well, no one cares. No one cares who's second best. No one gives a fuck.
It's true.
Sometimes people don't even care about who's first best, depending on like what other verticals of your life you're doing. And like,
yeah, because you have all of the other stuff you've done. So your UFC career absolutely failed, but like your legacy.
Oh, me, Logan Paul.
You, Logan Paul.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. But I'm a cheat code. A lot of fighters.
Yeah.
I'm a cheat code because I can do that thing and have a pretty stable fallback. A lot of fighters don't have time to have a fallback. That's it.
Yeah.
If you want to be one of the best fighters in the world, you better be dedicating and devoting all of your time to that. And
what about? I mean, now we can go back to Sean. He's got a YouTube channel. Have you seen his stuff?
I'm sure he's hilarious.
I think he's got 1 million followers on Instagram now. You've seen his goof around videos.
Well, it's because he's hilarious. He doesn't take himself so seriously. But then again, you have to wonder, is that why he lost the fight?
Like he's dicking around?
Well, maybe not dicking around, but he has videos of him that are hilarious, but he has videos of him like smoking and training and doing
cartwheels in front,
doing cartwheels, and so like I guess dicking around is the right word.
I wish I could add. I mean, the conversation about legacy, I could definitely talk to. I mean, during the fight, I was watching Silver Linings Playbook, so I can't fucking speak on the fighting at all. You guys know that. I love when you guys riff about the fighting, but to imagine that your legacy can be decided. Now, fighting, I think, is the one place where your argument probably stands up, at least to an extent.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because basketball, like, Dwayne Wade plays at the same time as LeBron James.
Yep.
Everybody knows that LeBron's the fucking GOAT, or one of the GOATs, right? But Dwayne Wade is also
he's a dog.
A fucking dog. And so is Harden, and so are all these guys. These guys will all be remembered, but that's a team sport.
I'm talking
fighting
specifically about fighting.
Is where you're,
and why it hits so close to home is because I am now a fighter. I do combat sports. I have my whole life, and it just is, dude, I know what it takes to be an actual professional fighter.
Right.
To get in the ring, to do those jogs at 8 p.m. until 11 p.m.
To hit the bag 1 billion times.
To hit the bag literally until your fucking fists are twice the size of the normal size because of how swollen they are. To sit in the ice bath. To eat regimented meals every single day. To go to physical sports rehab and physical therapy to make sure your body is ace. And then to just not come out with the victor. I mean, I guess like anecdotally, I would know exactly what that's like. But again, it didn't affect me that way because I have.
Oh God. It's okay. Could we take a technical break?
I have a fallback. I have a podcast, by the way, that I'm very good at. Except when it comes to navigating the equipment.
Wow.
But shout out to the fucking fighters. Dana White, pay him more.